Hello. In honor of the U.S. Senators officially signing the bill to end the government shutdown, I have decided to uh, name all of the U.S. Senators on Huge Quiz. So without further ado, let us begin. So let's start with Alabama. We have Tommy Tuberville and Katie Britt. Alaska, Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan. Arizona, Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego, which they incorrectly have as a female, because they forgot to delete the asterisk after Kristen Sinema left. But let's get Arkansas, Tom Cotton and John Boozman. California, Alex Padilla and Adam Schiff. Colorado, we have Michael Bennett and John Hickenlooper. Connecticut, we got Rick Blumenthal and Chris Murphy. Delaware, Chris Coons and Lisa Blunt Rochester. Florida, we have Rick Scott, and it still has it as Marco Rubio. Now it's Rick Santorum. And then Georgia, we have Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. Hawaii, we have Mazie Hirono and Brian Schatz. And then Idaho, Michael Croppo and Jim Risch. Illinois, Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin. Indiana, Jim Banks and Todd Young. Iowa, Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst. And then Kansas, Roger Marshall and Jerry Moran. Kentucky, Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul. Louisiana, John Kennedy and Bill Cassidy. Maine, Susan Collins and Angus King. Maryland, Chris Van Hollen and Angela Alsobrooks. Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey. Michigan, Lisa Slotkin and Gary Peters. Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith. Mississippi, Cindy Hyde Smith and Roger Wicker. Missouri, Josh Hawley and Eric Schmidt. Okay, let's go to Montana. We have Steve Daines and Tim Sheehy. Nebraska, we have Deb Fisher and Todd Ricketts. Nevada, Catherine Cortez Masto. Let's type that. Catherine Cortez Masto and Jackie Rosen. New Hampshire, Jan Shaheen and Maggie Hassan. New Jersey, my home state, Cory Booker and Andy Kim. New Mexico, Martin Heinrich and Ben Ray Lujan. New York, Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand. North Carolina, Tom Tillis and Ted Budd. North Dakota is John Hoeven and Kevin Cramer. Ohio, we have Bernie Moreno and John Husted, both taking office this year. Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen and James Lankford. Oregon is Jeff Merkley and Roger Wyden. Ron Wyden. Pennsylvania, John Fetterman and Dave McCormick. Rhode Island, Sheldon Whitehouse and Jack Reed. South Carolina, we have Tim Scott and Lindsey Graham. South Dakota, John Thune and Mike Rounds. Tennessee, Marsha Blackburn and Bill Haggerty. Texas, Ted Cruz and John Cornyn. And Utah, Mike Lee and John Curtis. Vermont, Bernie Sanders and Peter Welch. Virginia, Mark Warner and Tim Kaine. Washington, Maria Cantwell and Patty Murray. West Virginia, Jim Justice and Capito. Wisconsin, Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin. And Wyoming, John Barrasso and Cynthia Lummis. And those are all 100 U.S. Senators, the current sitting U.S. Senators, except for Rick Santorum. But, yeah, that's it.